Sometimes in the crazy world of movies, tragedy strikes right on the set. Lights, camera, action, and then, unexpectedly, a leading actor bids an untimely farewell. It's like a cinematic earthquake that shakes up the entire production. Suddenly, the script is in shambles and everyone's scrambling to figure out how to salvage the show. Occasionally, the whole darn thing gets tossed out the window. These are the top 10 actors who took their last breath on set. Number 10. Carole Lombard. Back in the 20s, Carole Lombard strutted into the silent movie scene, making waves before sound stole the show.
If we ever give up one, that means we're giving up just that much of our wonderful relationship.
As the new decade dawned, she seamlessly rode the audio wave, becoming a darling of Hollywood. Robert D. Mattson, the authority on all things cinematic, crowned her among the most commercially successful and admired film personalities in Hollywood in the 1930s. Lombard was a force of nature, conquering the silver screen with charm and talent. Yet destiny had its own script. In 1941, tragedy struck while she was caught in the cinematic act of To Be or Not to Be. Directed by the revered Ernst Lubitsch, a filmmaker Lombard held in high esteem, her final scenes became an unintended farewell, leaving behind a legacy woven with admiration and celluloid dreams. Number 9. Luke Perry. Luke Perry was the heartthrob we all swooned over in Beverly Hills. In a twist fit for a blockbuster, tragedy struck in March 2018, casting a shadow over the filming of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I've always been upfront about that. I play cowboys, but I know real cowboys.
But here's the real magic. Perry's scenes were already shot before he took his final bow. Playing the role of real-life actor Wayne Maunder, his cameo became an unintentional farewell, a poignant note in the grand symphony of his career. Hollywood, always the dramatic storyteller, bestowed upon us Luke Perry's last dance on the big screen. Perry's legacy, not confined to his heartthrob days, transcends the small screen. His charisma and talent knew no bounds, leaving an indelible mark on both the big and small screens. From teen idol to a seasoned performer, Perry's journey is a tale of stardust sprinkled across decades. Number 8. James Dean. James Dean was a young rebel with a cause, a mere 24 candles on his cake and the world at his feet. Then, in a cruel twist, the script took an unexpected turn in October 1955.
I like your father.
A fatal car accident snuffed out the rising star just as his final film, Giant, was reaching its crescendo. Dean, a mere 8 films into his cinematic journey, left behind a legacy that would echo through the ages. It's the stuff of Hollywood legend, a young maverick gone too soon, yet etching his name into the golden history of Tinseltown. Giant, the cinematic masterpiece he left unfinished, went on to claim its own accolades. Hold on to your popcorn, 1 Academy Award win and 8 nominations, with the ghostly presence of Dean earning a posthumous nod. The reel spins, capturing not just a movie, but a chapter in the enigmatic saga of James Dean. It's the tale of a shooting star flickering out but leaving behind a celestial glow that outshines its brief existence. Number 7. Natalie Wood. Natalie Wood graced the silver screen for many years, dazzling in iconic films like West Side Story,
Well, hi.
and became an indelible part of the rebellious crew in Rebel Without a Cause. It's a tale of stardom etched in cinema history. Unfortunately, there was an unexpected plot twist in 1983. The circumstances of Wood's untimely departure remain shrouded in mystery, casting a somber cloud over her illustrious career. As fate would have it, this tragedy unfolded during the making of her final act, the science fiction film Brainstorm. Hold on to your seat, this isn't just a Hollywood drama, it's a real-life cliffhanger. Wood's passing sent shockwaves through the production, threatening to sink the ship, yet director Douglas Trumbull steered the ship to completion. Ultimately, the crew sailed through stormy waters to finish what Wood had started. Here's where it gets even more poignant. Trumbull, against the odds, enlisted Wood's younger sister, Lana, to fill the void for a few remaining scenes. It's a surreal blend of reality and fiction, a director's tribute to an irreplaceable star. As the credits rolled on Brainstorm, it wasn't just the end of a film, but a poignant farewell to a Hollywood star. Number 6. Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger, the cinematic maverick of a new era, left an indelible mark with hits like 10 Things I Hate About You, the poignant Brokeback Mountain, and a villainous masterpiece in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, where his Joker was nothing short of Oscar gold. Now, imagine the world collectively holding its breath in January 2008 as Ledger took an untimely bow, leaving behind a legacy still echoing through the reels. The tragic twist? His final on-screen performance was unfolding in Terry Gilliam's The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, a canvas of creativity he couldn't see completed. To ensure completion, Ledger's role was rescued from the shadows by 3 dear friends, Johnny Depp, Jude Law, and Colin Farrell. In the history of Ledger's career, the curtain falls not just on an actor, but on a storyteller, a shapeshifter who effortlessly traversed genres. And whenever we revisit the frames of the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, we're not just witnessing a film's completion, we're witnessing the collaborative heartbeat of cinema, one that reminds us Ledger's brilliance lives on in the realms of imagination. Number 5. Brandon Lee. Once upon a time in Hollywood, tragedy struck during The Crow, echoing like a haunting cautionary tale. The untimely death of Brandon Lee, pierced by an unchecked prop gun, should have been the wake-up call Tinseltown needed. Yet the script unfolded with eerie echoes, repeating the same ominous tune. Fast forward to Alec Baldwin on the set of Rust, and déjà vu gripped the air. The ghost of Brandon Lee's demise loomed large as an unchecked gun brought tragedy once again. It's a chilling parallel, a script Hollywood seems reluctant to rewrite. Sadly, Lee's stunt double stepped into the void, and along with the workings of CGI, The Crow was finished. And film lovers are still wondering why safety checks are being ignored while shooting. Is Hollywood okay with losing some of its brightest stars to filming accidents? Number 4. Bruce Lee. Long before the shadows cast their sorrow over his son's cinematic journey, the legendary Bruce Lee faced a tragic fate while on set. Bruce Lee met his untimely end not on the battleground, but in the unexpected clutches of what is believed to be an allergic reaction to painkillers while shooting the movie Game of Death.
That's it.
The master of martial arts had departed the scene, leaving behind an incomplete canvas. The editors had to splice fragments of Lee's final performance with the stock footage from another masterpiece, Enter the Dragon. It's quite unfortunate that Bruce's son, Brandon Lee, had to exit in a tragic accident as well. And while shooting a movie, too. Oh, you didn't know? Brandon Lee from The Crow was Bruce Lee's son. Number 3. Paul Walker. In the fall of 2013, the thunderous engines of Furious 7 screeched to a temporary halt, a cinematic pit stop forced by the tragic loss of one of its stars, Paul Walker. The story took a somber turn as Walker and his friend Roger Rodas met a tragic end, their car colliding with a lamppost and 2 trees before erupting in flames, claiming both lives. What followed, however, was nothing short of spectacular. The unfinished Furious 7 continued, not as a mere film, but as a tribute to the fallen star. Walker's essence became a mix of cinematic illusion and the presence of other stand-in actors, and in 2015, the movie's official song, See You Again by Charlie Puth and Wiz Khalifa, became a befitting tribute to the exit of Paul Walker. Number 2. Philip Seymour Hoffman. In the bittersweet dance of cinema, the spotlight dimmed in 2014 with the untimely departure of the acclaimed Philip Seymour Hoffman. A maestro of the silver screen, his final act unfolded during the production of The Hunger Games: Mockingjay, leaving a void that echoed through Hollywood. Hoffman, having etched his essence into nearly every scene, left an indelible mark. Yet the show must go on. Scriptwriters had to patch the script for things to get sorted. The Hunger Games: Mockingjay became not just a blockbuster, but a melancholic serenade to Hoffman's brilliance. Unfortunately, his exit was a rather dramatic one. Hoffman overdosed on drugs and left a final scene that was rather unexpected. Number 1. Chris Farley. And here goes another drug overdose situation. Mike Myers as Shrek is a perfect match, so ingrained in our minds that it's hard to fathom anyone else in the role. But rewind to 1997, and you realize there was someone better. You see, Chris Farley initially lent his voice to the Green Giant.
His speech is called Go For It. Now, he's used to big groups, so make him feel like there's a crowd here.
Tragically, a drug overdose silenced Farley's laughter, leaving Shrek in limbo. The dialogue was recorded, but the story was left hanging in the air. A Hollywood rewrite later, Mike Myers stepped into the ogre-sized shoes. The script underwent a transformation, a dance between tragedy and opportunity. What unfolded next became cinematic history as Myers breathed life into Shrek, a role that would define not just one film, but an entire franchise. Myers infused Shrek with a charm that echoed through 3 sequels and 2 spin-offs. And let's be honest, he's very good at it. Shrek is one movie you'd want to watch over and over again, if you don't think about the sad end of Chris Farley, that is.